America has the world's most powerful military. Its economy is larger than most countries combined. Its companies dominate global technology. Its currency is used around the world. But what if America's greatest advantage wasn't its government, its military, or even its people? What if the foundation of the American power was laid long before the United States existed? Long before George Washington, long before the Declaration of Independence, and yes, long before the first European colony? What if the answer was geography? Because hidden in the center of North America is one of the greatest geographical advantages any nation has ever possessed. And it is a river basin. And not just any river basin, it's the largest interconnected river network on Earth. A natural machine for creating wealth. A machine so powerful that it helped transform a collection of colonies into the world's leading superpower. Let's dive into the story of the Mississippi River Basin. At first glance, the Mississippi River doesn't seem extraordinary. It begins in northern Minnesota and flows down to the Gulf of Mexico. Millions of people see it every year. But the Mississippi itself is only part of the story. Look at the map. The river is connected to an enormous web of waterways, and that's the key. The Missouri River, the Ohio River, the Arkansas River, the Tennessee River. Thousands of tributaries stretching across the continent. Together, they create a transportation network unlike anything else on Earth. And that network changed history. To understand why, we need to go back to a world before railroads, before highways, before trucks, before airplanes. Let's go back to 18th century. Moving goods then over land was painfully expensive. Roads were rough. Wagons carried limited cargo. A farmer could produce a surplus but still struggle to get it to the market. In many parts of the world, geography acted as a barrier to prosperity. But rivers were different. Water transportation was dramatically cheaper than land transportation, and that's what economics tells us. One boat could move more cargo than dozens of wagons, and North America possessed something rare: not a single river, an entire connected system. Imagine being a farmer hundreds of miles inland. Instead of being isolated from global markets, you could load your crops onto a river boat and send them all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, and from there to the entire world. Now that changed the economics of an entire continent. And the river's greatest gift was still yet to come. Because surrounding this water network was another extraordinary advantage: some of the richest farmland on earth. For thousands of years, seasonal flooding deposited fertile soil across the Mississippi Basin. The result was an agricultural powerhouse: corn, wheat, soybeans, livestock, you name it. Crops after crops produced on a scale few regions could even match. And thanks to the river system, those products could reach the markets cheaply. The rivers transformed fertile land into economic power. Cities began to emerge throughout the basin. Cities like St. Louis, Memphis, Cincinnati, Minneapolis, New Orleans, each connected by water, each connected by trade, each helping build a rapidly growing economy. By the early 19th century, America's interior was becoming one of the most productive regions on the planet. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 1803, the United States made one of its most important purchases in history, the Louisiana Purchase. For $15 million, America acquired a vast territory from France. The deal nearly doubled the country's size overnight. But the greatest prize wasn't the land itself, it was control of the Mississippi River. Yes, that added the Mississippi River to America. Before the purchase, American leaders feared the foreign powers could block access to the river and cripple trade. After the purchase, United States controlled most important transportation corridor in North America. The country could expand westward. Farmers could move into new lands. Trade could flourish without foreign interference. The Mississippi Basin was no longer simply a geographic feature. It had become the backbone of a young, growing nation. Then, technology amplified geography. The arrival of steamboats transformed river transportation. Goods moved faster, trade exploded. New industries emerged: coal, timber, cotton, iron, you name it, agricultural products, everything. Resources flowed through the river system in every direction. Factories received raw materials, market received finished goods. The basin became one giant economic engine, and America's economy grew. So did its influence. But the true strategic importance of the Mississippi would be revealed during the nation's greatest crisis. Let's move to 1861. When the Civil War began, both sides understood one thing: control the Mississippi River, and you control the heart of America. The river was a supply route, a trade route, a military highway. For years, Union forces fought to gain complete control of it. The turning point came in 1863, the siege of Vicksburg. When the city fell, the Confederacy was effectively split in two. The Union now controlled the river. The lesson was impossible to ignore. The Mississippi wasn't just economically valuable, it was strategically invaluable. The river had become one of the most important assets in the nation. More than a century later, that reality hasn't changed. Barges still move enormous quantities of cargo throughout the basin. Agricultural exports still flow towards the global markets. Energy and industrial products continue to travel along waterways, first shaped by nature. Technology has evolved, geography has not. The same river system that powered America's rise continues to support its economy today. And that's what makes the story so remarkable. Because governments change, industries rise and fall, empires come and go. We have seen all of it. But geography remains. When people think about American power, they think about aircraft carriers, Wall Street, Silicon Valley, global corporations. But those are products of power, not the source. The source existed long before the United States became a nation, flowing quietly through the center of the continent, connecting farms to markets, cities to oceans, and resources to opportunity. The Mississippi River Basin did not guarantee America's rise, but it gave the country one of the greatest geographical advantages in human history. And sometimes the fate of nations isn't written by kings, presidents, or generals. Sometimes it's written by the shape of the land itself. This has been a historical footprint. If you've enjoyed this journey into the hidden forces that shaped our world, consider subscribing because history leaves footprints everywhere. You just have to know where to look.